going, Dad?
Yeah, it's on.
You're still in the church, huh?
Yeah.
Why did they think that they came water?
What are you doing nowadays?
Nothing much. Working
What you got?
Hi, Dad.
Sabrina, you quit that.
Okay, we have spaghetti here. If anybody wants spaghetti. Mama, get that thing out of there.
Yeah, Joy, I would have gone with anything. But
Give me some spaghetti, okay? If you want some.
I want some right there.
This is full of food here.
Can you say?
You ever taste baked potatoes like that, Dan?
no, but I'm sure gonna.
Do you know?
Rhonda Rogers.
Oh, yeah, Ronda Rogers.
It's going what? Rhonda Rogers. And she was so excited. She's so sweet.
And Joy, she told me to tell you to holler.
Does everybody over there know?
Number?
No, it's public knowledge. Do you like this?
If it was bad, I don't even think anything bad.
Yeah, I just wondering if anyone likes it. Some people didn't like it.
I don't think anything bad can spread that fast.
Eddie, Lori's boyfriend, Daddy, Papa, oh yeah, Papa is spiritual. Joy's daddy. Priscilla, your lovely Priscilla.
I don't look very good right now.
You know, we're going to have to get some, like, a video of
Oh, 5 minutes is too long.
Oh, I can put some flowers. It's just a mix of
That's Mama is spiritual.
Hi, the two mamas. Enjoy ourselves. We're talking about white farming. Still thinking. Still thinking.
Yes,
I think light blue is going to be part of it. I wonder what I got.
Jose, this is Jose.
Continental passenger David Knight, David 960 Government Unit, light information phone.
See, I wanted to give you. That's why I told Eddie to
Stan and Joy, and I'm on her diamond, of course, and he just popped the big question to her, and she finally said, yes. How about that? Nice. Well, listen, tell me, we hear the two of you are engaged now.
Yep.
And I want to hear some of your plans. What?
Well,
Well, you tell them.
you tell them.
Well,
Did we find an apartment? Well, we're thinking of.
We're thinking about looking for an apartment, and we don't want to stick around here. We want to go on to bigger and better things. No, we're gonna get married on December the 18th, and have our reception here on the
December
20th.
20th.
Oh, that's exciting. Here at the Stake Center in Port Arthur, I guess.
I think so.
And I asked Joy's mother, Cirrus, what she thought about it, and she said she was excited about. She saw a grandkid that's going to come along.
And if he looks like him, he must be good looking, huh?
He had a square jaw like this one.
And this one too.
Yeah. So, you're going to transfer then from the Y down to here, Stan?
Oh yeah.
After the semester?
We want to stick around home.
Yeah.
And can't handle this being away from the fiancé.
So when do you have to go back? You got to go back up tomorrow?
Sunday night?
Yeah, heading up tomorrow night.
I think it's at 5 o'clock.
Yeah. Cutting down Merriman.
Yeah.
Right across from Second Pack. One of the apartments.
Yeah, well, that's good. Hey, cut it out, okay? This is Joy. Joy, how old are you now?
Gonna be 18 on Monday.
In other words, Stan, you are really robbing the cradle, Stan.
And I'll ask to help me with the rest.
Really?
Go tell him on the Saturday days. Vote yourself for the don't let me know. If you vote next night, I'll get this to the
Days?
I got it. In fact, I knew that, I made Rebecca got it last year.
Guess who wrote those words? Hey, you think of that picture of me?
Wrote those words?
I did.
Good.
He did that. He did that.
Because
He knows how to decorate already. That's okay.
I don't know. That's what it is. What? Do you have like a skin for something?
Lift your head up, Joy, dear. There you go. Higher up.
Are you on?
Yeah.
Oh, well, here we are.
Good.
What to eat? Let's wait for the food.
Hi again. Now, what do you do?
Okay, you put the tip in there for the inside, then twist it like that.
Is that how you keep this from
Yeah, keep it from coming out. Then you put pressure there, and you get your tip here, hooks.
Stan, quit making out while you're trying to learn something.
You ever try to learn
Have the
something
roses
while you're
there.
engaged?
And just get individual petals. That. 3 to start with, and 5 on the next one, and then so on and so forth, similar to that one.
October 12, 1986, and Mama's on the screen. Mama, this is to David and Shane and family posterity. So, Elizabeth, you put the smile on your face.
Today is Elizabeth's special day. Let's wish it to her.
Where is
Ready,
Elizabeth?
set, go.
Happy birthday to
you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Elizabeth. Happy birthday to you.
Let's show them what you got.
What?
Show them what you got. Look, I got a swatch from Fred.
Hey, let's see it.
$30.
Whoa.
My goodness.
Fred who?
Karate. 35. Elizabeth, what else did you get? Nothing
Little
yet.
Sabrina.
What are we going to do for your birthday?
Mom. Mama.
Hey, Teresa.
Mama.
What was it?
Teresa, look at Daddy. What did you do today?
At church. Me.
Yeah.
I watched the video about the Book of Mormon. Something and the dog says that what it was. And then after we went, I sang and
Deborah, how about you?
church meeting.
What did you have going, Rebecca?
Nails.
I had to pour this in here. Yes, same stuff.
Samuel and Michael, what you guys got going?
Huh?
I can't see you. Michael, so see your face.
I can really know what's going on.
Huh, what'd you say?
What you got going?
We got going. Always home. You've been home. Daddy, Daddy, Daddy.
Tastes bad.
Daddy.
Butter is bad, it's wrong.
Teresa, sing that one about the Miss America song, about all day in Convention Hall.
Yeah.
Then what's that start there?
Stay blessed the food and bless the ones on the mission and bless David and Shane and bless that we'll have a good time and bless the ones that are sick and bless they'll get well. And then in this Christ's name. Elizabeth, wake up.
Little Elizabeth's sick here, and she's got a birthday and she doesn't feel too good. She had too much birthday cake yesterday.
Birthday cake, wedding cake. Hey, too much wedding cake?
So, Deborah, did you go to somebody's baptism today, Michael?
See, and then I
Did it hurt for grandson?
Michael, you still want to spend the night at Joel's house?
yeah. Well, that's trying to get 80 months at the house. So, now.
What's that?
Camera.
What camera setting?
Cold water. Camera.
What's in there?
We did.
Say peanut butter and jelly.
Poison water.
You like peanut butter and jelly? Show it to Daddy. You take a big bite. Show Daddy.
See? Daddy, what?
Isn't that nice?
Say God, say.
Is it taking?
Yeah. I don't know. I closed the door. I readjusted the tape in it. Now, Samuel,
Huh?
what was the special thing about today for you?
Don't talk with their mouth open.
It's okay.
Getting bad times.
Well, how old are you now?
8. Today's my birthday.
So, are you going to go to town in just a minute?
I think.
Great. Automatic focus and just slick as a hook on it. Yeah, don't. Careful. So,
Real good. Here,
what time did you get in today?
No, that's all. Okay. And I bought some more. I bought 4. I did.
How tall are you now, Dan?
About 16 and a half.
Really?
Dan, squeeze it, Dan.
Getting up there.
Confetti. Isn't that neat?
Yeah. What's it made out of? I thought confetti was little pieces of paper.
I undid it. Well, you squirt that around. We just squirt it in a big log. You squirt it around and it goes everywhere and it cuts spiderwebs and everything.
Oh.
Just of different colors. Dan, you should have saw my hair today.
Are you really?
Dan.
Not really.
No.
Dan, you should have saw my hair. Dan,
I'm just
I got
practicing
the
looking
blow
at it.
dryer. See? Just pull it off. There's spray some on it. Not on the Georgia shot.
Marsh, could you get that, please? What is it, Deborah?
Confetti. Squeeze.
What is it?
Confetti.
Yes, me what he was doing.
What do you do with it?
You spray it everywhere. You spray it everywhere. What? I'll spray it on it. See what? She's gonna spray it on it.
Holy smokes, is it hard to get it off?
Yeah?
That's all you can stand.
How was it? I mean, was it like you and Dad?
Quite a bit.
Okay. Like Kevin and Daphne?
No,
He didn't waver at all. We was wondering if either one of him or her would waver, you know, get cold feet as you hear about.
Yeah.
Neither of them did.
No, he said he just falls more and more and deeper in love.
Well, that's good. He needed to get married.
Yeah, I'm glad that it's all working out so good for him.
So Dan, did you Did you get your grade back? You told me you got your grade back in economics. Well, listen, your mother and dad are thinking that you ought to consider making a change in your major.
Economics?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking the same, but we'll wait and see.
Well, there's two basic rules. One, take a subject you like. And number two, take a subject you get good grades in.
Yeah, it should be either history or economics. Government's
You
all
don't
right.
think it'd be biology, huh?
I don't think so.
What you got, darling?
I found my color.
What you got, honey?
Can I
Kitty sleepy? Where's the sleep? Where you gonna take the kitty?
You got the kitty cat, honey?
a finger? Oh, Mr. J.
What is this?
Okay, Swaggerman.
Looking at you.
Yeah, but Israel is a hot spot. But they're usually doing the heating.
Get some of Priscilla, honey. Hey, honey, watch her try to talk to Honey. What?
Know Natalie Fawcett?
Yeah.
Well, she wanted to know if I could spend the night, and I told her it was still late, and she didn't care. And she said that she's been waiting for me for 3 hours because she called right before we left.
How'd you get over there? Marshall take you?
Yeah, she lives right by the faucets.
Sabrina, that's enough, honey.
And I would come home early in the morning, about 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Marshall, would you be willing to take her down?
Just in time to avoid the tremendous losses from the 1980 Precious Metals crash. In early August of '84, when the prime rate was 13%, we told our readers to look for the rate to begin dropping at the expected prime rate of around. Anyway, it says that spending frenzy will force consumers into a record levels of debt. I already believe that. Don't have to think you had to be very smart to know that. Another thing, overstimulation of the economy will cause double-digit inflation in 1989.
Well, that depends on the policymaker. I mean, Ronald Reagan's going to be out of office in 2 years. And whoever his successor is will depend on that. How can you predict how much a policymaker is going to overstimulate the economy? I.e. defense spending. I mean, everybody gets mad because Reagan spends so much money on defense.
So it makes a lot of jobs.
Yeah, well, what else does he have to stimulate the economy? Build a McDonald's? I mean, what does he have? He has the defense. Marijuana.
What was that, Mark?
I believe that was marijuana with 100% tax.
Wow.
Marshall has got it in the back.
Well,
Hey, Samuel, better hop off the table before you break it.
They've already started a tight money policy.
I've got you.
Now, I'm not trying to say
I've got
this guy's already wrong. I'm just saying that I would look into it more before you spend on something else.
Mama spent some of it.
Daddy, watch.
You gotta say prayer first.
I don't like it.
Prime rate will soar to 16%.
Elizabeth, bring them all in for prayer, please.
You people have any blood.
Merger mania will drive the Dow to a record 3,600.
Samuel, go
Margins upon record profits.
Hey, Dan, here's the thing. If a person buys a little gold, it isn't like buying an investment that's going to disappear. Gold,
Everybody, get around.
it's money and it stays there. You can sell it any day, and it's pretty rare for it to go down much in price.
Now this is what it
Oh,
says.
really? It's not, Dad. It happened a couple of years ago. It went down like a whole bunch.
Well, that's because it went up quickly.
Yeah. I'm not saying that you can lose a bunch of money. I'm just saying that you can probably come out ahead by paying off your principal as much as possible. Financially.
Here you go.
We might pay part of it off.
Not since the 1960s have conditions been so favorable for huge profits in real estate. Interest rates will be at the lowest of the decade for the next 18 months.
That's easier to believe than to leave gold.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good
Don't pass up a good real estate opportunity today because you are waiting for lower interest rates. Anyway, it says farmland prices will double in the next 4 to 5 years and quadruple in the next 9 years.
Can't go nowhere else.
We know that a lot of those farms are selling for about half the value or less. Profitable opportunities of a lifetime exist now in farmland. Now this is the one you asked me about, platinum.
Yeah, I want to hear about the platinum.
Okay. The platinum prices are being pushed to the brink of a major explosion. And there are 4 major reasons. Number 1, platinum is an ever-increasing demand by industries in the world. And 2, platinum availability is threatened. 70% of the world's share of platinum lies in South Africa. Volatile political and racial tensions there have already forced at least 2 labor disputes, which at the same time brought platinum mining to a screeching halt. Today, there are no signs of this tension decreasing, and in the near future, we can increasing investor awareness of platinum.
Is that too purple of a tongue? Watch, Daddy. Watch. Look, look, look. See that? So,
The best investment of a 15-year period, Bernie.
Yeah?
The number 1 thing is what has been over a 15-year period. Taking in all the gold and everything that's happened, what's the best investment?
Well, it hasn't been land. It's probably been, I don't believe it's been gold. I'd have to say it's been,
U.S. coins.
really?
18.2% average year gain.
My friend a cat
The second one is gold.
These are the 2 girls. Katie's the one that I asked out, and Mary's the one that Ashley asked out. I don't know if they're just playing head games or what. Luckily, I got out before she could do me any more damage.
Well, who are you talking to?
I'm talking to Steve's dad's.
Well, Marsh?
Yeah, see, Dad got a brand new camcorder. You know those camcorders?
Can't know what they are.
It's a video camera with a tape that goes right in the camera thing.
What would we do with that kind of money? Well, pay off a lot of debts. But anyway, tell me, Marsh,
Yeah.
you still playing football?
Yes, and just my neck has got hurt last Thursday.
It did?
It's got this big fat lineman there about 190 pounds.
Well, when you had him down, you didn't, I heard about him spitting in their face.
Oh, they don't do that much of a match. See, I was blocking one guy. We made a good play and he was mad, you know. They get mad if you block them.
Yeah.
That's about it. And so we just got the hammer, mop the side of the helmet. You see, if you hit those helmets real loud, you know, and I almost hit him back, but he was actually whistle blowing in a fight.
I'll be darned. Well,
Yeah.
listen, to David and Shane,
Yeah.
you know, Shane's got about 10 months left. David's got about nearly 14. So what kind of advice for him?
I don't know, just keep doing the good work and I don't know, have fun, I guess.
I mean, do you have anybody lined up for either one of them?
No, it ain't worth it.
You don't want to put their names on this permanent tape, do you?
No.
Well, tell them the latest between Stan and Joy.
They're hitting off pretty good. Good. Just, I'm looking forward to it. I'm pretty proud.
Well, they got a wedding coming up or not?
Yeah, everybody from December.
December the 18th, getting married. Reception December 20.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. I'm going to switch places with you. Let's take a little of me with this brand new camcorder, okay?
What do you think, Dad?
You already got it on, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
So, is this the tape that's going to David and Shane?
Yeah, it's going to David and Shane.
All right. Well, listen, if we can get a little taping here, do you see Mama right there?
No. I'll bring back some. Yeah, I see Mama.
And can you hear her snoring? She quit snoring.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, listen, to David and Shane, naturally we wish them the greatest of the Lord's blessings, success in their work, good health, protection. We want them to be cautious and careful as they ride their bikes, as they walk across the streets, as they work at night. don't get themselves injured or hurt. We you naturally be happy when they return home. We want to throw a nice party for them. We might, I think I told you in a letter, we might just throw one party for the two of you put together, because it's not easy to throw a big party in October and then another one on Christmas Day. And we want Shane to come to our home here and stay with us for a few weeks till he's ready to go to college. And Shane, I want you to tell me your dates and your time schedules so that I can get you some application papers and things ready for to get you into the Y. And I don't think you've taken the SAT or ACT test yet, so we've got to get an application form for that because you can't get in school. You either have to take that first or else immediately after you get in. David, we're guessing that you're going up to the Y immediately after you get home. So we'll have the application papers all ready for that. And so Stan is getting married. He's transferring from BYU back down to here, Lamar. And he's going after a degree in biology. He wants to go to med school. He said he's firm on that decision. Steve also said he's firm on that. David, you're gifted and talented in several areas, and you could do well in medicine or law. You could do very well in business, but you need to get a good business degree or law degree, a Master of Business Administration or something first. But you can do a lot of things. Shane, your aptitude would probably be more toward the business or law field. If you really had wanted to go into medicine, your Mama told me that you may have an interest in that. I guess you could, but you could make it in law school and then move on into business or stay in the law. Either one of you could go on into professional teaching on a higher level and do well too. And then, of course, you could also go on for further training to become a professional magician, juggler, acrobat, or something like that.
What about a helicopter pilot?
Helicopter pilot. Marshall is still thinking of being a helicopter pilot, or else mountain climber during junior varsity. And he's on the front line there, and his neck is getting larger. His head's getting larger.
I think my neck's getting shorter every time I run into him.
He gets hit and knocked down quite a lot. No broken bones yet. Well, Mama, are you awake yet, dear?
Just a little bit.
Mama, Marshall, key it in on me. And Mama, speak up, Mama. So this is to David and Shannon. So Dave, Mama, you can't name girls on this film because, Marshall, you may want to put it on stop. Now, Mama, on a film like this, you're not supposed to put girls' names on it. If you do, you have to be very careful in general because this is going to be shown to posterity and it may be the wrong girl. All right. So, we're not going to recommend girls by name, Marsh and David and Shane, because your future bride, might get upset at us. Best we can say is, if we don't name the right woman, they could get pretty irritated because we didn't choose them first. Best we can say is there are a few, not a lot, of lovely girls in this area, and if you should marry one in this area, she'll likely be one of those that we was thinking of. And then, of course, there's going to be some there at the Y. And,
well, you sound generic tonight, right now.
I already told him about Stan and Joy. And Steve is back to square one without a girlfriend. He's doing reasonably well in school. And, so, Mama, what else?
Well, you covered professionals. And then you say I can't cover the girl issue because for posterity.
Yeah.
Except that I will tell you that I'm keeping my eyes wide open. I've been accused and re-accused of if anybody wants to marry one of those Packard boys, they're going to have to get through the mama. And I admit to that.
You told him that was true?
So that's true. We said that anyway. At least I'll preview it for your consideration. And but we wish you boys good health, as Daddy said, and we think about you, pray for you, and
Thanks a lot.
And she didn't like that too much, huh?
what?
Steve's girl.
Hey, Mama, the other phone won't work on the same line?
Yeah, I hooked them up. They both work. Oh, not that one.
No.
You can go in your
You
room.
shocked her. So tell me, what's your name? Heather. Heather Ashton? What happened to Lisa Ashcroft?
You're not supposed to say all names on this film.
She grew hips, huh?
Hey, wait a minute, wait.
Is she interested in David or this other missionary or none of the above? One of the two, you think? Well, but she's still a nice girl. Do you recommend her to David? Stephen. Oh, well, that's good. Mama's just woke up. Pardon?
Yeah, let Mama talk to her, Dan. You don't have to turn it toward me, just let Mama talk to her. Marsh, you can't, don't pan that thing fast like that.
Oh, okay.
You'll get everybody dizzy.
Okay, I don't know.
Am I in this or Dan this?
You're both in it now. You're both in it still. Now it's just Dan.
Well, that's not hard to
Marshall, if somebody else speaks up, don't turn to them necessarily.
Because I've seen before.
This is a continuation of our letter to David and Shane. And Dan, this is your chance to give them some general counsel, but I want to tell you, this is going to posterity, and they may not marry the girl that you recommend and talk about, so we don't want to make that future wife upset, so be careful about names.
Okay. Just a brief summary of what I've been doing. I'm attending a little school called San Jacinto College, and I live right across the street. Ashley Allen, a friend of mine, friend of ours, is my roommate, and we're having a good time there. I'm taking 15 hours, biology, debate, racquetball, government, and economics.
What's the hardest one?
Hardest one is definitely biology.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm on a debate scholarship there, and we're having a tournament this next weekend. Going to San Antonio, spending 4 days and 3 nights there.
Yeah.
And it's taken a lot of time. This debate business takes a whole lot of time, about 30, 40 hours a week, just on that. So it's hard to make good grades.
That's a lot more than a lot of full-time jobs, huh?
Yeah, well, it's part-time jobs anyway.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, but we're having a good time. Met a lot of black people.
With some Pops?
Pops and Dud. Now, Pops be from the Bahamas, see? And Pops be running fast, see? He be running the 46 quarter last year, and he be running the 45 this year. And so he'll be going to the Olympics soon for the Bahamas. He probably won't make it for the United States, but at least he'll be there for the Bahamas. And his roommate be Todd, and Todd be from New York, and he be 6'6", and he'd be jamming behind his back. And so these guys are real good friends of ours. We play basketball with them every day. And
what do they say? You're the best honky we ever saw.
Yeah.
Tell us about the
those guys make you look stupid on defense. They can just go right around you and
Hey,
so
you got plenty like that.
So that's what I've been doing over there. As far as some words of wisdom for the two of you, just hope you work hard and not worry too much about how much number of successes you get or how many callings you get. Just worry about doing your job and serving the Lord. As far as pressures go, I don't know if the mission pressures will get you down or anything, but they sure can in college life. So enjoy it while you can on your mission, not having so much pressure on you.
Hey, Dan.
Because it gets a little worse in college.
And do you know anything interesting about school kids or church kids that they probably don't? For example, she and
Heidi Wold is going on a mission, he says. I'm not sure where she's going.
I don't either, but another girl in our ward is leaving too. They're both leaving in a week or two.
Barbara Thibodeau, she's already gone.
She's gone. Barbara Thibodeau's gone, but there's another one. It's Mary Corrigan's daughter.
Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, Terry Corrigan's going on a mission. I knew that. And of course, Will Franklin and Mike Marion are both in Japan, along with Kyle Worley. Kyle Worley got I think a 64, 67 on his Medcat, which is quite a bit higher than Donnie Hilton or Michael Crosby. And since it's good for he says it's good for 8 years.
It is good for 7 years.
7 years. He just might as well go on a mission and then come back and go to med school.
He's up in the MTC headed for Japan.
Yeah, he's in the MTC heading for Japan, along with Mike Marion and Will Franklin. Eddie Espiritu just left to go to the Philippines, along with Funkles, or Glenn Beaumont, whoever you want to call him. So,
Glenn Beaumont's going where?
to the Philippines.
Also?
So that's what's happening to your class. Rhonda Rogers is still hanging around here. Don't ask me why.
She's waiting for Todd and Hannah. Hey, we better.
Yeah,
Be careful about that. She may not be.
She may not be. She's here anyway. And as far as our seminary class, Billy Fawcett's working at Conn's. Brian Barnes is going to Lamar. Ashley Allen and I are San Jacinto. I told you about Will and Mike.
How about the Moulton girls?
Susan Moulton is married to Nathan Hilton. Linda Moulton is still waiting for something to go to, or she's waiting on to go to med school. She's in the process of getting ready for the med camp.
No, she took the MedCat.
Oh, she did?
She took it about 3 weeks ago. And she scored. Now, if you know MedCat, incidentally, Marsh, as you're working that, press it against your shoulder and against your head and practice holding it very still. When you have to pan,
I got it still.
When you have to pan very slowly, otherwise it'll drive us dizzy when we watch it. But, you know, Linda is beautiful and lovely and brilliant and all that, but she may have taken it when she wasn't prepared. She got a 37. She told me about it. Felt bad about it. Like we say, Kyle Worley got a 67. And the average for a bright person is anywhere from 55 to 60, 61. Donnie Hilton got about 4 the first time and about a 61 second.
Yeah.
Michael Crosby took it, he got a 54.
Yeah.
He hadn't had organic chemistry yet, so it was kind of low.
Yeah.
Anyway, who else, Dan? Any kids from high school that the two boys know?
Matt Williamson can't wait for football season to be over. He's at one right now, at a game right now. And, not a whole lot going on in high school, I guess. Marshall and Hal are debating, but I guess he could tell you about that. Christy Collier is dating Darren Bartels, and they look like they enjoyed themselves at the dance. She's still a nice girl. I'm not sure what Carrie Collier's doing, but I know Christy's still here. She's attending Lamar and working at Wrights and dating Darren Bartels.
What about Carrie Lovelace?
You mean Rhonda?
Rhonda Lovelace.
Oh, Rhonda Lovelace called me.
Carrie Lovelace. Rhonda Lovelace.
Rhonda Lovelace called me the other day while I was all the way in Houston. Talked to me for an hour. Told me that she broke up with her boyfriend and that
She's available.
she's available. I was kind of surprised after the way she's been treating us guys lately. She's still kind of bitter about the way David did her at the last party. And I don't think she cares too much for Matt and I. And Matt and me, excuse me. And so that she called me. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with her. Maybe I'll ask her out if I see her.
I don't think you know.
Dance or something. I haven't seen her in a while.
Tell about Missy Knapp, and without getting too personal, because Missy and her grandkids may read this thing one day. Where is she? In Houston?
Missy Knapp is supposed to be at San Jacinto, but we haven't seen her yet. And so, maybe she didn't find it. I'm not sure.
Her folks aren't doing too good.
I don't know where she is.
You know her folks are split, did you know?
Yeah.
Turn it off.
Concluding remarks.
Now, concluding remarks. Just guys, enjoy your missions. You know, I know you're both working hard, so You know, and I'm sure you're enjoying it, but if you think you're kind of almost depressing yourselves or you're homesick or something, just try to lose yourself in the work, but still enjoy yourselves. And, you know, be prepared to...
Michael, what happened?
Yeah, I was walking down there and the drawers like that fell down.
So what did you drop?
Babies.
When did you get a baby gun?
Last night. Samuel! Yeah, last night.
Oh.
Where's Samuel?
Right here! Teresa,
Here we are, November the 1st. Winter is starting. We're on our farm. There's the swimming pool already gone green. Out there, you see the red car, David and Shane. You may recall Dan's telling you that that he rolled the car. Well, that's it. That's that Buick Regal, and nearly it could have killed him, but he managed to escape. Of course, our barn. What, dear?
Is Teresa going?
Teresa? So where are you going, Priscilla?
Oh, we fell. I'm trying that. Sabrina wants me to pump her.
Daddy!
Say hi to
where
Daddy.
are you going? We let Samuel go out for his birthday.
What is it?
It's a gun.
Michael, where's the magnet? I'll pump Sabrina.
Daddy, where am I going?
You're going with me to Grandpa's house, dear. Shane, there's the Toyota, of course, and then right behind it you'll see the pickup we got recently. And then further behind you see the barn, the old one.
And Daddy, Sabrina wants you to watch us ride the bike.
Okay, Sabrina. I'm ready to watch you ride the bike.
Ready? Gonna ride the bike. Gonna ride the bike. Whoa! Watching?
Hey, go around the other way, darling.
Okay. Whoa. You almost crashed, Sabrina. Look at Daddy up there.
No, don't worry about that. Just go on the way out there.
Deborah!
What? Where'd you leave my gun?
Come back through here.
I don't care.
Let me see if it's mine. It is.
It's the latest car,
I'm carrying it.
our house, rest of the balcony. Off we go. I'll bet this messes up your mind, David and Shane. Just think of those skis. Diving off the diving board. All that fun. There's our house. Let's see what we can see. Rebecca? Wave at us. Wave to us.
Whoa.
Care for the BB guns. Trampling. So forth. Okay, this is a rather bad angle to be taking picture of the house. Not angle, but place because of the sun.
There's Daddy. Say bye, Daddy.
Bye, Daddy.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, Daddy. It's the cement and it'll bounce and hit the barn. You can hear the baby roll down.
Mars, say hello.
Please listen. Please listen. Now what would you say? What?
What you guys doing? Shooting at. What? You want to see if it'll bounce? You want to see if it'll glance off?
Stuck in my shoes. Tap.
I'm sorry, dear.
Huh? Where's Michael's bike? It skips the water. Hi, Samuel. Daddy.
Come on, lady. Here, boy. Here, lady.
Daddy, here, boy, here, boy, here, boy. Come on, lady.
That's Matt Williamson's car. And then their horse again. Still got her. Good horse. All right, here's our house. I believe I'm too close. A little better. Now I'm here, I'm kind of at one end of the football field. I left here and I see the oil tanks, our road, the Alvises, the rest of some more of our property out there, and on around here, and to the house again. Now we're inside the house. You've seen this 1,000 times, but it's got Matt and Daniel Boone in it. So we bring them up close so you can see their ugly faces. Oh yeah, it's Matt. Say hi to David and Shane.
How's it going, David and Shane?
Great. Go on around a little bit to this room here, closer, and here we pull in a fireplace. And typical big room. I'll turn it off and we'll go say hi to Matt and Daniel Boone again. What do you want to say to David and Shane? Keep it up?
Keep up the good work.
And even if it's painful?
Even if it's painful.
Because the girls are waiting for you, huh?
Lots of them.
Good. Here we are, just came from our house over here to Grandma's house. And Grandma, we'll talk about the garden and some other things in a minute, but you're just about to, well, you're addressing David and Shane. So what do you got? What do you know?
Hello, David and Shane. I'm really happy to make a personal appearance here. Rare thing, you know, I have such a full schedule of personal appearances. But anyway, I want to show you some of the things that are going on around here that are a little bit different than it was when you were here. The satellite here is mine and Wade's Christmas present to each other, and I suppose also be a gift to the whole family because we want to share it, and we can watch football games on Saturdays, the Brigham Young games, and see them lose. I think they're losing their share of them this year. And this afternoon we watched a conference with the Young Women's the General Church Presidency, artists, whatever.
Cap.
Artist Cap. And some of her counselors and also the regional presidency of the California region. And it was remarkable, the things they were doing. They made their speeches and outlined the program, and then they had people from all of the states in that region to call in and ask questions, and they talked to them by some kind of magic, I don't know how it was, but they were able to answer all of their questions, and they outlined the full program. It was just sit here in my living room and hear that.
That's great. Now, Vivian, Grandma,
wow.
If we can change the subject a little bit,
Okay.
the boys can see that garden right there behind you, and here it is.
Oh.
First day of November, winter has set in, and most people's gardens are completely washed out or dried out. Have you used it this year?
Oh yes, we've enjoyed our garden, and if you can see it, you want to go out.
Yeah,
and
let's
see
go
it?
and go out and look at it.
Grandma, what is Grandma?
Okay. Now, we killed the mosquito. It's all right. Go play.
All right, I'll step right over here, Grandma, so you can go ahead and tell her about the garden.
Okay, right here at the front of us, well, right here behind me is some leftovers from our sweet potato crop. We had a sweet potato in this first bed. I noticed that the beds are called raised beds, and the concrete, the white stuff around is a concrete little 18-inch concrete molds that they're... Okay, well, honey, he's gone now. She had a mosquito bite. We still have mosquitoes in Texas. So he went up and got these at the Southwest, some kind of Southwest company, and they make these as samples and they test them and they give them away. And so he's got enough to make about 3 beds with that, and then some of the beds are made out of big, thick lumber that's been treated. But all in all, we have 7 raised beds.
What you got on the fence line, Grandma?
That's butter beans. They made a very beautiful beautiful vine this year, but they didn't make as many butter beans as usual.
And how about right there in the center that goes real high? It looks like climbing beans.
Those were volunteers. We didn't plant them. They came up. That's leftovers from last year. And they are the ones that made us more butter beans than any of the rest. Okay, then as you see, those the green around the edges on the outside of the bed are sweet potatoes, and they grew over the wall, and they're there. Okay, but they're just vines. But this inside here is kale. It makes a good green, and it's good in salads, it's good in soups, and it's good raw, and it's good cooked, and it lasts all through the snow and freeze. It's a good winter plant, and it'll last up until April or May.
Great. That tractor behind you, does it work?
Yes.
Well, I'll shut it off here, and we'll walk over there and pull that canvas. Go ahead. And the tractor works pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I think this is the one that you used to borrow or had part interest in. I don't know.
Yeah. Vivian.
Okay, this is Swiss chard here, and it's very good in salads. And then I have onions cut on both sides here.
Yeah.
And this fence is really handy. Notice the butter beans climbing on it.
Yeah.
And tomatoes climbing on it on both sides.
Now, we want you to remember, David and Shane, it's November 1st. What you got, Grandma?
Okay, this is a tomato, and we planted these about the 1st of August here, and we didn't tend to them or do anything. And we've been living and eating fresh tomatoes out of our garden for a month of tomatoes left here. And they do well if you plant them early enough, and if we had fertilized them, well, we would have had scabs of tomatoes. But we're really proud of our tomatoes. I guess we're the only ones that have tomatoes that don't have green.
Something, Grandma?
Right. Notice this frame here.
Yes.
Well, Wade took some screen, that plastic screen, and put over it through those 100 to 104 degrees weather in the summer.
Yes.
And it kept the sun from scalding the tomatoes.
Fantastic.
So they grew through it, and there was a month there, it was 104 degrees nearly every day.
Are looking down a tight row, but it's got some nice green. What is it, Vivian, Grandma?
This is summer spinach, and Wade went over and got, I believe it was about 5 plants, and then he went and got 3 more. And that's what these are, about 8 plants here, and they have grown and grown and made more spinach than we could eat.
Here where he's got all this carpet that he picked up for nothing. And this is how he protects his ground, makes it easy to till. And he had corn here, tomatoes, and melons, and all sorts of things just a month or 2 ago. So now we're going to go over and sit in the yard and look at the tractor and things like that. You're getting on your family tractor, it looks like, huh?
Yeah, this has been my job for a long time.
And does it work?
Works real well. I can do the whole yard in 2 hours, and it cuts it good. Just a matter of getting in the mood. I need to get in the mood.
You actually do the work on it, huh?
I do it, and the last time I mowed it, I left it here and thought I'd go back and finish it, and I didn't get back and finish it. Here it's set. I'm gonna get to it tomorrow.
Here.
Okay.
So here we go. There you can see the satellite dish. You got that dish in just today, did you?
We've had it a week. Just had it a week. This is the first time that we can watch a football game on it.
And the garden's in the background. I'm going to move I'm going to turn it off a second.
Actually, we got it Monday. This is the first weekend we've had it. We can hear the Tabernacle Choir on Sunday mornings. I told you in a letter about me taking the course in arranging flowers, and this is the last arrangement that I did. I did it for Sarah when she was going to have a wedding. So we did this, and it turns around does it's good on both sides.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And it didn't cost very much to do, and it would sell for about $150 at least.
Yeah.
And this is another one that I did for Halloween, and yesterday was Halloween, you know, and so I made that one, and this is from the ligustrum tree out in the backyard, and so I got this nice little arrangement, which would be about $25 in a store, and I made it for about $6. And all over my house I have lots of flowers now. It looks like I'm going to some festive occasion because I like to make them, and I'm
Great.
ready more places for them.
Shane will be back in 9 months. David will be back in about 14, a little less than 14 months. Shane will be back in about 10 months. And we're going to throw a big party for him at Christmas time next year. And is there anything you'd like to share with him? We don't get to hear from David very often. His letters aren't coming through, and I don't think he's getting ours.
Oh. Well, I think about David and Shane. I pray for you boys every day, and I love you, buddy. And I admire you for being out there and being such clean boys, and for living the kind of life you have and making the sacrifice that you're making. And I want to tell you that I'm reading the Book of Mormon every day, and I have read it through once since June, and I'm reading it 2 more times at once. I'm reading it once with the Institute class, and then Wade and I are reading it again, and we'll have it read through 3 times by May of next year. And I want to say that my testimony of the Book of Mormon gets stronger with every word I read, and everything I study, that I am getting stronger and stronger in my testimony of the Book of Mormon. And I know that each time every verse nearly I read, I say that this has to be the work of God, because it is too wise and too full and too rich.
That's great.
To be anything else.
We're about ready to cut it off now, Vivian, and then we'll go put it on the TV and see if it looks all right. In closing, is there anything you would ask of them or say?
Okay, I would say that I want you boys to think of me and to pray for me, and to keep us in your minds, and know we love you and want you to always love us.
Grandpa, we're here on November 1st at your home. Of course, your wife Vivian is with you, and we just finished showing on the television set some of the picture we took of Grandma a few minutes ago, but now you've come home from going to town. We've got you by the satellite dish, and she didn't know enough about it, so could you tell us, are you glad you got it?
Well, I answered that question to Marshall, and I answered it without him asking. And I said if I had to do over again, I would buy it again.
Well, that's great. Have you seen any of the results of it yet?
Well, I have seen the variety of programs that are available. I haven't really zeroed in on very many programs. I just got it recently the other day.
Yeah. Now, Wade, let's see if the camera brings in a little bit of this. You showed me a water system here, which is fascinating, and I'm not sure if the people in Japan or Argentina are familiar with such a self-sustaining or self-efficient type system. How does this work, and what is it?
It works real well in the hot summertime. In the cold wintertime, it doesn't work very well. And the sun beams down on the 3/4-inch plastic pipe, which is about 500 feet long, circled on top of the roof, on the hot roof, and then I circulate it through the hot water tank. Consequently, gives you free hot water, and your bill usually cuts down about $40 a month if you use it.
So if it's working properly, you don't have to use a water heater, at least at certain times, right?
Not at all.
Thanks a lot.
Swing.
Yeah, you go ahead, ride a swing, and we're on the camera now, and you two look like regular lovebirds sitting there in the swing, and So listen, what
We've had a lot of experience, 47 years.
I was just going to ask, how many years of actual marriage now?
47.
47 years of marriage, and
Yeah.
when was your?
We're shooting for 50.
You'll have a golden anniversary in 3 more years.
In 89.
Oh, and then
So we'd like to invite Shane and David to that.
to your golden anniversary.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, tell us how many grandkiddos now?
26.
26.
It's a crowd.
Yeah, and I guess it looks like it's come to an end, huh?
Well, yeah, we may get another one or two for them.
You might, somebody might surprise you.
Right.
Well, I'm well pleased with the 26.
Yeah.
Quality and quantity.
Yeah. And the two of you look like you're in just a picture of health. How do you feel?
I feel good.
Generally good. When I eat right, I feel right. Like Abraham Lincoln said, when I do right, I feel right. When I do wrong, I feel wrong. When I eat right, I feel good.
Yeah.
Conversely, when I eat junk foods, I don't feel as well.
Yeah. Well, great. Now we're going to go move on the other side of the house. Let the people in Argentina and Japan see what a home looks like that was built by you people. How long ago was it that you built this house?
Well, I guess 1950 or thereabout.
Let's see, that'd be 36 years ago. So I'm going to shut her down and let's go around in front of Grandma and Grandpa, I'm shooting it from this angle now. The sun isn't hitting you just right, but I wanted to get in on this, our chapel right over here to your left. Now, Grandpa, how old is, how long has the chapel been here, whether it be this one or the other?
It's been here, I don't recall.
About 22 years. 25 years this one.
Okay, well
This was preceded by an older building.
Again, and I wanted to show them your house. It may look long here, but it's really not all that long. It's a standard large house, but I reckon it's about 5,000 feet, isn't it, Wade?
Oh no.
It's not.
Maybe not so. I don't
3,000.
remember.
3,000 people like it.
Yeah.
But a lot of it we aren't using.
Every inch is used. You wouldn't think that, but it is.
Well, Wade, tell us, how old is it, and who put it there?
The house?
Yeah.
Oh, I recall that when little Spencer was born in 1952, we had it then, and fresh was it, so I assume in 1949, 50, we built it.
Is that that's the house you fell off and broke your hip?
No, this is not the house. That was a rent house.
Oh. On again now, Grandma and Grandpa. Grandpa, is there anything before we bring this to a close now that you'd like to share with David and Shane?
Well, they're both in our prayers, and most sincerely so. And we think about them a whole lot. And I know when Eddie Speartooth left the other day, I ventured to give him a little counsel, and it was very simple. It was, do not aspire, but be ambitious. And he seemed to respond to it very well. The advice that I have is general, not only to Shane and David, but to all of us. If the Lord had a special message to give to the world and to the saints, we know he would give this special message through his prophet, Ezra Taft Benson. And if he did do that, and he did just that in October issue of the Ensign, where he gave 12 points on how to overcome despondency, despair, depression, and discouragement. And it was truly an inspired declaration. He deals with all facets of a person's life. So I submit that if you or we or anyone ever becomes discouraged, the opposite of happiness, or despondent and sometimes depressed, then just simply go to this beautiful formula as contained in the ensign, as in the first presidential message in the October issue 1986 of the ensign, and there on 3 printed pages will be what I call, and I believe with all my heart, is equivalent of revealed scripture. In all probability, it could be added to the Doctrine and Covenants. It's so great. So I submit that, and I think that's a good way to say what I would like to say from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you so much, Grandpa. And Grandma, let me back it up so I can get both of you in there. Give each other a kiss and we'll shut her down, okay?
Go ahead and hit it.
Do you have to mash the button all the time it's going, or you
No.
just start it?
Do you see a green light when you don't see a green light toward the bottom of the screen, do you?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I do. Okay.
So, elders, this is being sent to our boys, David and Shane. And would you identify yourself? Speak up so they can hear you. And zoom it in a little closer if you want to, honey, but not too much. So identify you, speak up so they can hear you.
Okay. My name is Alder Loeffler, and I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Okay. And the boys will want to know how long you've been out.
I've been out 10 months now.
And Las Vegas, huh? And did you get any college in before you came?
No.
And for instance, how many, are you the first out of your family to come?
My
Not right there on the front porch, right there on the lips. Oh, the magic started early, and it lasted all day long. I'm not sure my senses ever heard me when I cried, go down or he'll be gone. I'm not sure just why he chose me, or if the choice was really mine. All I know is when we both drew closer, I could feel our hearts were keeping time, and I felt the rush of the raging sea. I felt suspended in flight. I felt the whole world exploding in me, and I've only kissed him goodnight. She only kissed him goodnight. The silence had been broken. And he knew just how I feel when at last, in messages unspoken, all the love and lust have been revealed. And I felt the rush of the raging sea. I felt suspended in flight. I felt the whole world exploding in me, and I've only kissed him goodnight. Oh, the raging sea. She was suspended like an angel in flight. She felt the whole world exploding. She only kissed him. I only kissed him. She only kissed him. Good
Hold on. It's Teresa Packer. Teresa is 4 years old. She comes from Byer, Texas. She has blonde hair and blue eyes and likes to play school. Her hobbies are playing with her dog and cats, and swimming, and playing the video. Her ambition is to be a scientist, and her favorite food is spinach. The 3 words words that were given to describe Teresa are trouble, trouble, trouble. Contestant number 17 from Vidor, Texas, Teresa Packard. She's 9 years old and has brown hair and blue eyes. Her hobbies are hunting, fishing, and swimming. And her talent is playing the piano. Her favorite food is spaghetti and popcorn. And the 3 words that describe her are sweet, obedient, and nice. Contestant number 13, Miss Deborah Packard of Vidor, Texas. Elizabeth is 10 years of age and is a resident of Vidor, Texas. She has brown hair and green eyes and attends Pine Forest Elementary. Her hobbies are deep sea diving, Scrabble, and horse racing. Her talent is playing the piano, violin, and running track. Her ambition is to become a piano teacher. Contestant number 12, 10-year-old Miss Elizabeth Packard of Vidor, Texas. Is Miss Priscilla Packard of Vidor, Texas. She's 11 years of age and attends Vidor Middle School. She is the governor of her student body and enjoys snow skiing, mountain climbing, and whale fishing. Her ambition is to become a music teacher, and her favorite food is pizza. And the 3 words to describe Priscilla are lovely, charming, and gracious.
Whale fishing.
Contestant number 11, Miss Priscilla Packard. Excuse me, Rebecca. Rebecca is 12 years of age and has brown hair and hazel eyes and attends Vidor Junior High School. She has been nominated the governor of her student body and enjoys swimming, water skiing, and skydiving. I didn't know about all this. We're going to talk about all this. Her favorite food is pizza. And the 3 words that describe her are independent, caring, and fun. Contestant number 10, 12-year-old Miss Rebecca Packard. In the option. Okay, so we're to come back. That was enough. You're not. Contestant number 13, Miss Deborah Packard. Elizabeth Packard. Elizabeth is 10 years of age and comes from Vidor, Texas. She is wearing a red organza gown with lots of ruffles. She has blonde hair and green eyes. Contestant number 12, Miss Elizabeth Packard of Vidor, Texas. Priscilla is 11 years of age. She's wearing a red organza gown, accented at the waist and bodice with rhinestones. Contestant number 11, Miss Priscilla Packard from Vidor, Texas. She's a member of the Student Council and has been nominated as Student of the Month. She's wearing a bright, dark blue evening gown. Contestant number 14, Miss Gina Elizabeth Vittori. Is Miss Rebecca Packard. Rebecca is 12 years of age. She is wearing a light pink gown, accented with ruffles on the shoulders and bodice. She has light brown hair and hazel eyes and attends Vidor Junior High School. Contestant number 10, Miss Rebecca Packard of Vidor, Texas. Teresa is 4 years of age. She's a blonde-haired, blue-eyed daughter of Mr. Bernie and Miss Sarah Packard of Vidor, Texas. She's wearing a denim overall outfit with patchwork flowers and a butterfly on the front with a red ribbon in her hand. Look at the judges, sweetie. Contestant number 17, Miss Teresa Packard of Vidor, Texas. You can get the girls ready for talent after this, ladies. There is no lineup for sport. She's a student at the Pine Forest Elementary School. And today she's wearing her everyday school outfit in purple and red. Deborah has brown hair and blue eyes. Contestant number 13, Miss Deborah Packard of Vidor. Contestant number 12 is Miss Elizabeth Packard. Elizabeth is 10 years of age and is from Vidor, Texas. She attends Pine Forest Elementary School. Her honors so far, she's been nominated Miss Pine Forest at her elementary school. She has brown hair and green eyes and is modeling for you sportswear. Contestant number 12, Miss Elizabeth Packard of Vidor, Texas. Contestant number 11 is Miss Priscilla Packard. Priscilla is 11 years of age. Priscilla has brown hair and hazel eyes and is a student at Vidor Middle School. She's modeling for you a pink jumpsuit with silver accents of jewelry and belt and a blue undershirt to bring out the color of her eyes. Modeling contemporary sportswear, Miss Priscilla Packard from Vidor, Texas. And comes from Vidor, Texas. She's now attending school at the Vidor Junior High School. She has brown hair and hazel eyes. Is wearing that Back to Africa khaki look. Khaki green pants, white and red. Red accessories and red shoes make this an outfit for Back to Africa.
How we used to. I decided long
Priscilla Packard, want to do it here on the stage? What do you need? Just gonna pop with tater. Is that how you need it or what? A few minutes here to get the girls put back into their gowns so we can crown. Finalists for our state pageant goes to Miss Rebecca Packard. Rebecca, go to the front. Yep, Diana, the long one. Right there. Our second queen going into the state pageant goes to Miss Elizabeth Packard.
We just saw them in the Southeast Texas State Fair.
Yeah.
My daughter was in that one. I walked up to me one of us, weren't you in the Southeast Texas State Fair? She said, yes.
See this? Her sister up there.
You have some very beautiful daughters.
I'm pleased for Elizabeth because she doesn't do this very often. She doesn't beat out her older sister very often.
They favor those two finalists.
Well, I'm talking about that other girl over there in the red.
But these two favor.
These two up here? Do they?
Yes.
Priscilla's pleased for her.
Our third queen goes to Miss Becky Swanke. Fourth queen goes to Miss Nicole Austin.
Where's Nicole?
Nicole Fisher.
She fell asleep.
Our next winner is Miss Priscilla Packard. Where's Nicole Austin? And our last contestant is Miss Brandy Hall.
Yeah, they've got a
Two to three to 4 to 5. Our Best Model Award goes to Miss Nicole Fisher. Our Fashion Award goes to Miss Nicole Fisher. Nicole Austin, you're already on stage, sweetie. Come here. Would you crown Nicole, please? She was one of our top 7, the top 7 beauty queens for today's show. Okay. Our Most Beautiful Award for the 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 goes to Nicole Fisher. Personality Award goes to Miss Nicole Fisher. Nicole Fisher. And our Portfolio Award goes to Miss Nicole Fisher. In our 6 to 8 and 9 to 11 and 12 to 14 categories, our Best Model Award goes to Miss Becky Swanke. Our Personality Award goes to Miss Becky Swanke. The Fashion Award goes to Miss Becky Swanke. Most Beautiful goes to Becky Swanke. To Miss Nicole Austin for the Lufkin Area Pageant. Our first talent finalist for the state pageant. Our first finalist for state pageant goes to Miss Gina Vittori. Our next finalist goes to Miss Elizabeth Packard. Our next finalist for talent goes to Miss Rebecca Packard. And our last finalist for talent in the state pageant goes to Miss Priscilla Packard. Our 1986-87 contestants. And now we have a High Point winner for the Lufkin area pageant. This person will have all of their beauty and optional fees paid into the state pageant, which will be held in Houston, Texas this year, April 24th, 25th, and 26th. And our winner is Little Miss Becky Swansea. Unless she keep this one right here. She gets this every time. Here we go. There it is. These are our Miss Lufkin area pageant winners, and they will be going on for our state pageant. We'd like to thank you for supporting Delta Queen. And please remember that never will a crown or a trophy distinguish what you can truly do in your heart, because true beauty and true talent comes from inside. Thank you very much.
Vicky, I don't like you.